Tomorrow is the Eurovision Song Contest. It takes place on the first or second Saturday of May every year. I must admit, you might have a go at me for this. I really did enjoy the Eurovision Song Contest when I was younger, and I mean a lot younger than I am today. The last time the British entry one was 1997. That was Katrina and the Waves, and they won with Walking on Sunshine. Lovely, uplifting song. I really like that. And of course, the most famous song ever to win was ABBA's Waterloo in 1974. Before the last British entry to win in 1997, there were a number of really happy, uplifting songs as well that I remember. Bucks Fizz also won for the UK in 1981 with Making Your Mind Up. And before I was born, a little bit before I was born, Cliff Richard, even the most vanilla of vanilla musicians and pop stars you can possibly imagine, nearly won and came second in 1968 with Congratulations, a song that most of us know if we remember back to those days. But the year after Katrina and the Waves won, the last time Britain won, there was a definite hard change, I think, in what the Eurovision Song Contest was about. The very next year, 1998, the first transsexual performer that we've heard of won the contest. She was called he actually, but you see how they mess with your minds. It was a he, but she's known as a she. This was someone called Dana International, a man who dressed up as a woman, who was the Israeli entry who won in 1998. Since then, the contest has degenerated, and now it seems to be a competition to see who can be the most vile in trying to win the prize, and whoever is the most disgusting and the most degenerate seems to get the highest accolades, either by the votes on the night or in the media propaganda surrounding the event before and after. The British entry this year is completely shameful. It's somebody called Ollie Alexander with a song called Dizzy, and the promotional video shows 5 half-naked men engaging in some degenerate acts or simulating degenerate acts in a public toilet. This is not what we should be choosing to represent our nation in an international contest. If you think we've got it bad, the Irish entry is even worse. It's an entry which is by a group called Bambi Thug, and this is openly satanic. I think there's a picture of them here and their entourage relaxing before or after their performance in the qualifying rounds. You can see someone who is a mentally ill mutilee with a transgender flag, and you can see someone else there wearing devil horns. But that's not as bad as their actual promotional video for the song, which shows someone with openly satanic imagery trying to look like the devil. And this is from a nation which was the most, or one of the most, Christian and conservative nations just 30 years ago. As Herman Kelly, the leader of the Irish Freedom Party, who was on the show yesterday, said, Ireland deserves better. I completely agree. Ireland deserves better. Britain deserves better. Europe as a whole deserves better, and the world deserves better than this festival of degeneracy. Imagine today someone tried to put an entry in like these lovely, uplifting family songs that we had pre-1997. They wouldn't even get through the qualifying rounds, as this has turned into something that I would not let any children go near, and goes along with the globalist agenda to sexualize children in schools with comprehensive sexuality education. And this is just another angle of attack on the minds of people, citizens, and particularly children, by showing them degeneracy and celebrating this kind of thing on their television screens in a show that a lot of children will want to watch. I don't think that should be allowed, to be honest. What we also have is this being a political contest. 2 years ago, Russia was banned. This year, they're banning Palestinian flags, but they're allowing rainbow flags. They're allowing the Israeli entrant to enter the contest, even though there's been some kind of protest about this. There is hypocrisy here. Why is Israel allowed to enter this year when Russia was banned in 2022? Here, these are questions to ask, and we all need to ask about what the purpose of this is, both culturally and politically. Myself, I would recommend that you turn off your television sets on Saturday evening and don't watch this. You're going to do far more for your mental health and well-being if you spend 3 hours watching a tree than watching this degenerate nonsense.